Good morning, Year 7 Technology. I'm just going to quickly show you, I've been getting you to do activities 1 to 5 for lesson 8 of Game On. And we've been in MakeCode and we've been making programming or coding, because coding is another way of saying programming, games. And people have been asking me, well, where do I save it? Where do I save it? Well, you've obviously been saving your projects in your MakeCode account. But I'm going to show you how to now get your game to me so I can have a look at it, make sure that you're getting along okay. Okay, so first of all, I'm just going to jump into modules and I'm going to quickly code up a game. And I think this will be like the game from activity 1. So when we go into lesson 8, I've been getting you guys to work on these, and we've done 1 to 5. Okay, for this project. So you should have, I think, 5 pieces of code, maybe more than that. But for each of these activities, I want to see at least one URL that will take me to some code that you have created. I'm pretty sure it'll allow you to submit more than one URL if necessary for a particular activity. So you'll have watched this video and you'll have coded this game. And the way you code, of course, is you jump up here to MakeCode. So I'm going to jump up into MakeCode. And I'm going to say new project, and I'm going to quickly try and code that first game. And from memory, the game was, we didn't need the forever, and on start we had to have a string that said your name. Okay, so on the start it would actually give you your name. So let's see if we can find that string. And is it in this menu? I don't think it is in this menu. Which menu was it in? Basic. Okay, so it's in basic, a string. So we show string, we pop it in there. We're going to jump in here and say Mr. C. Enter. So now if you look over here, it's saying Mr. C, and then we were supposed to press a button and get it to show an image. Okay, so this was all in that video. So remember, I showed you that if you needed to be working on this stuff, you could be jumping between your lesson, which is this one here, and you'd be watching this video. So I could start this video now.
Hi everyone.
And Miss Perez will tell you what to do, and then as you do it, you follow it. So I've actually watched that video and I remember what she said. Okay, so she said we needed to find an input, and input A was the one we wanted on button A, and on button A we wanted to have a face happen. Okay, so show LEDs, and I'm going to go, I think we did a smiley face. So you know what? I'm going to be a bit different. I'm going to do a grizzly face. There we go. And we're going to drag that in there. So on button A, we'll get this funny face here, and then we can right click, duplicate. And this is on button B. And on button B, we needed a different face, so I'm going to go sad face. And there's our sad face. And then finally, on both, we wanted to have a sound. So I'm just going to try and organize these a little bit better so I can see what I'm doing. And on this one here, we wanted an A and a B, A plus B, when you press both buttons. And we wanted to get rid of that because we wanted a sound, okay, which we use music for that. And we're going to say play a melody, I think it was. Where is it? Play a tone. And drag that out. And we're going to play it once. Okay, and we're going to play, and then we're going to select, I don't know, maybe funk. So now, if I want to test this system, Mr. C plays, press button A, grizzly face, press button B, sad face, and press both buttons together. Okay, so I've finished my coding, and that was activity 1. That was a little bit of a demo of coding. What I'm going to do now is show you all how do we share that with Mr. C. Okay, so you need to jump into Exchange to do that, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to get myself into student view, so we're going to be seeing exactly what you see, okay, when you actually look in 7 Technologies. So we've got our MicroBit code here, and I'm going to say, well, how am I going to share this? Okay, well, I'm going to share this by, lo and behold, up here, can we see this button here that says share? That's how we share any code we've got. So I'm going to go share, and I'm going to call it, what do I call it? Activity. Let's get rid of all that. Activity 1, because that's what it is. It's activity 1. And then I'm going to go publish project. And I'm going to go, that's the link to your code. So I'm going to say copy. Okay. Then I'm going to go back to my Year 7 Technology page, and I'm hoping that you've already submitted some assignments, but if you haven't, we go to tasks, and in tasks you can see here class activities, okay, and activity 1, activity 2, activity 3, activity 4, and activity 5. We're going to be submitting to activity 1. Click on there. And then you can see here, please submit the URL, which is just the link that I just copied. So we go submit assignment, and you get the option here to pop in your link. And if you want, you can even make a comment. You can say, hi, Mr. C, here is my code. Okay, you don't have to put a remark there, but if you want to say hi, by all means do that. And then we go submit assignment. And you know it's submitted when you get this little tick up here. If people say, oh, I submitted it, but it didn't go through, if you don't see that tick, you have not submitted. So if you're ever using Exchange and a teacher's asked for an assignment and you don't get that tick, what you need to do is email the teacher and say, I have a problem, okay? Don't just not submit it. Because if you do have a problem, there might be a problem with the way the assignment is set up, so the teacher will be happy to know. Otherwise, you might be having issues, but you need to let the teacher know, because they might give you another option to submit. But you need to do it via Exchange if at all possible. Okay, so we've submitted our assignment. What about if you've got projects that you've saved in your dashboard? Okay, so if I go home, I've got different activities saved here. So what you would do is you would open up that old code that you had, and there it is there. So that's the light level code that we did last time, and you would go share, same way, and you would say publish, and then you can find your URL, and you would go copy, and then you would jump back into your class tasks that are available. And let's pretend that this was activity 2. I think it might actually be activity 2, but anyway, if it was activity 2, you would click on activity 2, go submit assignment, and upload the link. And there it is, okay? So that's how you share your work with me, okay? And whatever projects you have completed with code that's working, please submit those activities 1 to 5, and I'll be able to see how you're getting on. Okay, if you are having any problems or you haven't completed any of the coding, that's okay. Just let me know that you're having an issue. But I'd like to see at least the majority of those codes uploaded by the end of this lesson, please. Thank you.